Hi, welcome to today's time management crash course in 15 minutes. I believe all of you want to learn on this course is to learn the essentials of better time management in life. And so let's go to the today's introduction. For today's introduction, I'll do some self-introduction on myself, session introduction, and today's objective. Okay, so a bit of myself. My name is Jessica, and I'll do today's crash course for time management training. And also, just to add on, many of you might think that I'm actually good with time management. Actually, it's not true because basically I'm quite bad at it. Sometimes I'll actually be late for my meetings. Meetings with friends, and also because of that, and also with like busy has it very hectic schedule in Singapore. Person who actually loves nature and also would like to go for short trips like to beaches or to islands and do some diving. So actually, in fact, because of such hectic schedule, actually pushed me to actually find out more about time management. And also, I would like to share with all of y'all for today. So some chapter introduction. The most efficient way to actually live reasonably is every morning to make a plan to one's day and every night to examine the results obtained. So it's actually been said by Alexis Carrel, and I believe this is the best time management um, way that I have actually found out because if everyone knows, you just have to record what you did every day and then you examine every night, you actually realize that some of the time you can actually you actually wasted and some of the time that you really have to put aside, and you just realize how much time that we have, like not much time that we have every day to do something else other than eat, sleep, drink, bathe. Yeah, so let us get into more about this. um, Today's objective will look into how to view time management as resource allocation and planning. So one can actually plan your time more efficiently. If you see time is actually a part of your resource that you need to manage every day. I need to see that your personal limitation in handling time, because everyone knows that you really do have just that maximum amount of time that you can set aside to do other things other than like your definite eat, sleep, drink, go toilet, go bathing, traveling for transportation. So we need to make better judgment in time management for the future also. So moving on. So for today's session, right, we'll go through a series of one of the four kind of methods to actually manage your time properly. One of the methods is to first thing first, you need to know what you want in life. Second thing, you need to know the 80-20 rule. Third thing, you need to know how to calculate and control your own time. Fourth, you need to conquer procrastination. And then later on, we have some small quiz to actually recap all the points. So, knowing what you want in life. Okay, this is very important because everyone needs to know what they want in life. Okay, 92% of people do not achieve goals, goal setting, and they do not even actually set realistic goals in the first place. However, everyone did need to realize that time is actually very very limited, and with such limited times resourced, you need to channel all the available resources to what is important. So we need to set priorities and also just to focus on priorities, and also be passionate about the goal, because to be passionate, then you can actually drive yourself further to actually complete your task on time. So first thing first, you need to figure out what you want in life. That's the very most important thing you need to do for everyone. So after you know what you want in life, you have set realistic tasks, realistic goals. Like for example, for this year, I want to have this particular trainings professional certificate to be completed. So you need to know that you need to set aside how much time you need to do for the training. So then after that, knowing what is your priority, then you will be able to find out the next step. 80-20 rule. So the thing about time is that most of the time we are doing work, 100% of the time if you are doing work, 20% of the most effort will actually leads to 80% of the most results. So we're trying need to be more productive at the correct time, because we are producing 80% of the results using 20% of time available each day. If you really go calculate the time spent sleeping, commuting, eating, chilling every day, human can only concentrate for a short duration and will actually get tired working over a long period of time. So many of people will like use like time periods. They will set themselves to work 45 minutes every time, and then rest for another 15 minutes. Then you continue working for another 45 minutes. Then you rest for another 15 minutes. So this is how you pace your time to know that you want to produce the most out of the least time. You need to understand yourself better by knowing the time when you're most productive. For example, some people like me like that, we are like sort of night owls. So we actually be much most efficient, much peak at night, because probably we need a very quiet environment to actually produce the best work that we can do. So you need to understand yourself a bit better. So some people actually very morning person, so they can actually perform much better at morning. So if you can perform much better at morning, so you do not have any meetings in the morning, so you must be clear of your own limitations also, because you have only this much of time, you can only do this much. So you must spend your time accordingly to the most 20% of the most productive hours. Okay, the third point is that you need to calculate and control your own time. So many people did not know that you have only 24 hours. So you need to do 24 hours detailed planning. So what do I mean by that? If you look at the time chart as shown on the screen, time chart, do you realize that if you're able to draft it out the entire 24 hours per day, so you can do a minus kind of formula. If you have 24 hours per day, the time required for sleep for any average adult or average student is between 7 to 9 hours depending on age. Then that means that if you are like a working adult like me, 7 hours is gone. So 24 minus 7. And probably every day you need to exercise. Exercise is very important because you need to also take care of health. So that's maybe half hour per day. And you need time to relax also. That's another half hour. A daily routine chores, 2 hours. Daily routine chores will include your lunch, your dinner, your bathing. And you need to set aside time for study, for school. And yeah, this for students. So you need to set aside time for self-school assignment. A total time, if you like set aside everything, you realize that you have so much little time that you have. And this is based on per week. And per hour is so little. So there should actually never be compromised on time, like for sleeping, eating, and washing up and resting. So you know, if you actually roughly gauge for student or working adult, usually the useful time left, right, at most is 14 hours per day actually, which you have to actually use the 40 hours to go either go and study, go for lessons, or go for classes, or you go to work. So time is actually, if you don't control it, it will be easily wasted. So after saying like this first 3 points, we felt that there's actually a need to conquer procrastination if you want effective time management. Because after you plan out all your time managing schedule, you know the 80-20 rule, you work within your most productive period. And also you have to actually understand that you need to conquer procrastination, because many people, you know, humans, what causes procrastination? To understand this in the first place, humans are actually very emotional creatures. You know, humans need rest time. Humans needs to actually be able to entertainment, needs emotional stability every day. It's not easy because you have to be productive. You need a lot of discipline. And also that's why there's a need to conquer procrastination, because procrastination sometimes takes up a lot of time. And it takes a huge portion of time to be made available for the productive work to be done. That's why you need to minimize your procrastination. So you know, some of us may just say, I'm not a procrastinator, I just prefer doing all my work in a deadline induced panic. That's not very true, because you still need more time to actually do all your work. Okay, so it's quiz time. So let us just proceed on with the quiz. Okay, so let's just recap the 4 factors that lead to effective time management. Okay, go in. So let us see this. Let me ask you, what is the one of the factor that we learned today for effective time management? Yes, correct. It's 80-20 rule. Okay, Bunket. So right now, let's think of this picture. Do you see how is it connected to today's one of the main factors that it leads to effective time management? Yeah, it's now and later. So it's either you do things now or do things later, right? Which means what you're trying to stop. Yes, correct. You're trying to stop procrastination. Good. So if you're trying to stop procrastination, means that you have to try to minimize procrastination, right? That's one of the effective time management factor. Yes. Okay. Come, Pamela. Let me ask you. What does this time picture shows now? Pointing. Does this clock? And also show you a calculator. Uh-huh. Yes. We need to actually plan our time properly, right? So we need to draft it out our time. So we need to schedule, have a time schedule. So yes, that's one of the main point that we actually do start. We do actually say right. We need to work out how much time you can control. Okay. So you need to calculate how much time you can control every day. So lastly, let's say together, what is the first point that we learned for the effective time management? Yes, it's to know what you want to do in life. Okay, that's the most important thing, because knowing what you want to do in life is actually very important, because it helps you to set your priorities. So once you set your priorities, once you set your goals and targets, you are able to actually better manage yourself, to control your time with more discipline, because you have passion, you have some goal that you want to achieve, that you are passionate about to achieve your goals. So you have more discipline to time management, to control your time well, to do what you want to do. Okay, so good. So let's just go to the final session that we are going through, a conclusion. We'll be saying the session's key points, the session conclusion, and session end. So again, session key point, we'll just summarize what we have been learning today on the 4 points. Just now we have gone through the quiz. The most important thing is for session key points is to plan and calculate time. That's the very most important, right? Because we all know that time is actually a very scarce resource. It's only 24 hours for each of us every day. Everyone is just the same. We have the same time resource, 24 hours. Some of the time is actually given on the stated time that we need to spend on sleeping. We cannot compromise our sleep. Eat. We need to travel, need to commute to work, commute to start school. So we need to understand your personal limitations, which are time limitations. You need to channel time to do productive work, definitely. So time to do productive work, we will definitely need a lot of time, and sometimes to learn things. An hour is not enough, maybe just 2 hours or more. And most importantly, is need to set clear and achievable goals. So to set clear and achievable goals, you need to know what you want to do in life. Not just that, you also need to break down what you want and break down the steps to achieve what you want in life by having clear and achievable goals. So session conclusion right now. Everyone knows that to have effective time management, you need to work on cutting down unproductive time. That means that if you know that you actually work better in those 45 minutes, and after that you take a 15 minutes break, you'll be able to work better for the next 45 minutes. So you have to do that, just to work and then rest. And you think sometimes to do some work delegation. Like for some parents, especially our mothers, if they are very busy with work right now in today's society, then there's really a need to actually hire maids or to hire consultants, firms like the cleaning firms, that actually clean up the house, so they're able to handle both the mother side of to control the house very well, to manage the house very well, versus the manage their own work very well, or to actually take care of the children. So you need to rank the priorities in life, and also to rank priorities at work also. Like what is the work that you need to be completed fast, which is the work that you need to be urgent, and which is not urgent. So you have to complete it on time. Okay, so lastly, we shall end off the session. I hope everyone has clear understanding of how to tackle the time management more efficiently. And also, if you have any further enquiries, you can also always contact me at my mobile phone or my email, and to actually get more tips on how you can better manage your time. So I hope that in today's session, everyone is able to better manage their time, and also, first of all, to always know what you want in life and slowly work out on things. That's the main thing, because life is a journey and we are always learning. Thank you everyone for your time.